sponsored by the VPN that keeps this box in one piece.
Everything's fine, cause the merch in the store is hot, it's burning, it's trending, I'm buying. Everything's fine, cause the merch in the store. I miss that outside where somebody can save me. What you gonna do with all that stuff? You can wear it or burn it or give it to your dog. Everything is fine, cause the merch in the store is hot, it's burning, it's trending, I'm buying.
Look, I would say Happy New Year, but with the subject matter of this video, it's hard to find stuff to be happy about. Man, I had such high hopes for 2021. I fell asleep nice and cozy on New Year's night, leagues under the influence of many substances, and I was ready to wake up to a new, forward-thinking year. I thought, and I think we all thought, that the suffering was over. But oh no, because less than 48 hours into the new year, the universe grabs us by our hair, and not in the good way, dunks us in the toilet, gives us 5 consecutive swirlies and says, "Hi honey, did you want one of the biggest Minecraft YouTubers on the platform to get doxed? No? Oops, I dropped this. Damn it!" Yeah, so far 2021 is the equivalent of trying to start a new circuit on Mario Kart and somehow starting New Game Plus on Bloodborne. Welcome back to the channel, new and returning, young and old, stands and aunties, north, south, and every direction in between. Hell, even people who don't like popsicles. You are welcomed. As long as you can accept that you're objectively wrong. But for those of you who are new here, why not consider subscribing? It's free, just takes a second, and you can always undo it, but it really does help out the channel a lot. So, thank you. And yes, the title is no joke. Dream's private information from his sister's name, his emails, his IPs, his phone number was leaked. Now, let me preface this. I don't watch Dream. I don't much have any opinion on the guy. And in spite of anything that he may or may have not done wrong, my scope is not angled against him. It's levied, in fact it's pixel perfect, and focused on this disgusting act of pouring someone's private life onto the internet without their permission, especially that of a creator with a platform as large as Dream has. I will proceed to cover the information available with heavy censoring. I'll uncensor bits and parts that line up with what I'm narrating, but I don't want to leave in enough information that would allow someone who doesn't know about this to stumble upon it. I show you what I show you in an attempt to urge you to take action if you see a profile spreading any information or saying things similar to this. A few rumors surrounding this that I've seen, chief among them being that this was Stans that did this, but from what I've seen, it was done with express and malicious intent. And the accounts it was being spread on were just puppeting Stan behavior. With that in mind, let's get right into it. When you look at the original leak on a certain site, it's more than a couple of months old, and people were pretty good about stifling it. But it's come back to surface now. One of the accounts, that we'll call Account A, responded to a user saying, "I just want a dream house tour, is that too much to ask?" Account A says, "Ask and you shall receive," and drops a link as well as a timestamp for the kitchen from Dream's photos on his second Twitter. Another account I found, which we'll call Account C, exhibited embarrassingly disgusting behavior. To give you an idea of how they bantered, when someone called them out for posting what they were posting, they said, "Had a good laugh reading this out. Here's my reply though. Mario Judah." I have no idea what that means. I have no idea what they were trying to prove with that. They go on to drop Dream's address with very hyperbolic language. Very nice house, by the way. Disgusting. How can you behave so flippantly with such a repulsive sense of self-awareness when you're pouring out someone's literal life onto the internet? The account said things like, "Thanks for all the support, guys. Such a great community." Someone speaks up and asks, "Hey, I just want to know, are you doing it for fun, or what even is the reason?" And the only response that they can muster is just bored. I'll tell you what boredom is. Boredom is an opportunity. It is a chance, a frame of time that you are given to make decisions, to maybe get active, not to pour a young man's life all over Twitter. You remember how I talked about Dream's sister's information and picture being posted? Well, they addressed that, saying they deleted that. Took me a little to realize that's a bit too much. A bit too much! That was a bit too much? Oh no, let me just squirt Dream's life around like frosting on a cupcake. Oh, but his sister? Nah, she alright. Who are you to make these decisions? I didn't know you could feel lobotomized just from reading a sentence, but hey, first time for everything, I guess. They use a supposed tweet from Dream's private account as supporting evidence. And just like that, a whole host of clone accounts came off, like this one I found. But then we get to the original post. So remember how I said that this was made with malicious intent? Well, let's take a look at why I say that. The original docs from the original website talks about Dream's door being smashed in by a SWAT team. I don't know if Dream being swatted is true or not, frankly. I've never heard anything about that. They also taunt Dream by dropping the R slur and telling him to go cry to a certain chapter of his statutes. The docs goes on to further degrade Dream, calling him a piece of human garbage and a waste of oxygen. While they go on to discuss that apparently something like this has happened before, they show conversations between Dream and another doxer from around July. He links several screen caps of Dream trying to defuse the situation. And I mean, come on, can you blame the guy? Like, say what you will, but if we're in a position where information that we don't want made public is under the threat of being revealed, I know a lot of us would fight hand, claw, and tooth to stop the potential flow of that information. The docs goes on to reveal several more details about Dream's personal life, including some struggles that his mother apparently faced with a mortgage, including a link to a PDF of that very document, which is terrifying to say the least. The docs goes on to claim that Dream had been involved with doxing before, but that's not what we're here to talk about. It talks more about his backstory and includes several names of his deleted channels. It goes on to spit more and more venom. It claims that Dream cheated on his girlfriend several times, apparently. It calls him multiple different insults. Deplorable, selfish, a dickhead. It goes on to make claims about how they're legally justified in doing this, talking to quote-unquote brain-dead lawyers. It closes with a tacit threat to Techno as well, telling him to keep an eye out or else his, quote, head will be going off his neck. Apparently this docs also originally included Dream's SSN, or social security number. Seeing this in front of your eyes is a different kind of terrifying. It's just another reason to remember to always be safe about what you're doing online. No precaution is too much. Would that be a strangely apropos section for me to endorse today's sponsor? Yes, but another time. Those ads take a day or two to make. The docs leaks every single last detail you could possibly think of. Dream's age, his birthday, his height, all of his online aliases, the mortgage and deed for his house, as well as his taxes. How on earth did that come around? A few more addresses, a phone number, as well as his carrier, his education, his email addresses, even the passwords that he uses. And then there's a section for his IPs, as well as all of his socials. I figured I could also close it with this because I saw it around and wanted to fit this in here somehow. There's a TikTok going around that uses Dream's real name, and it says the audacity, quote, "You little peeps, you let us on. Don't even try to deny it, you know what you did." And it goes on and on to berate him for not revealing his face. It calls people who want to respect his privacy toxic stans. It justifies itself by saying, "We literally have waited so long and I've given him plenty of our time. I think after everything we have done for him, it's safe to say we aren't asking too much. We don't have to coddle him. Being famous means giving up a certain level of privacy, and that's never been a secret." Yeah, pause, rewind. You being in the limelight does not give the public the intrinsic right to know everything about you. When you get right down to it, celebrities are just people, like you, like me, and more likely than not, they want to be respected, just like you want to. The TikTok says, "We get that showing your face can be nerve-wracking, but you really had to have known it was going to come to this. Dragging it out won't help your case. It will just build up expectations. You could have at least said, 'Don't get your hopes up, guys. I'm not doing a face reveal yet, guys.' But yet you sit and watched us get our hopes up." Yeah, this man does not owe you any of that. And of course, a face reveal is nerve-wracking, but it also opens you up to potential breaches of privacy. You are the conductor of your own life, and you can choose what parts are private and what's public. And if we don't have that, well, are we even humans? And that's where it comes to a close. To allow you to date this video, as well as its information, Dream has yet to respond to any of this on his public accounts. And shortly after I found the leak myself, the website deleted it, which is immensely for the better. But how do you close a video on a topic like this? Well, I guess for starters, with another urge for people to consider their safety online. Be careful about who you're talking to, about the things you say about yourself. If you're ever uncomfortable, you always have the right to say no. If people don't respect that, then fuck them. Just remember to respect other people when they say it too. Again, I have no real opinion on Dream. I don't know anything about the guy. But I just can't stand for when something like this so casually happens, especially to someone who makes it a priority to not show their face. I mean, as a faceless YouTuber, I can completely understand the feeling. So I implore you to, again, stay safe, respect people's boundaries. And if you're a Dream fan, or maybe you don't like Dream and just want to look out for another human being, and you see any suspicious information circling, bring attention to it and report the account. Remember, keep your eyes peeled, and if you enjoyed this video, why not leave a like and subscribe for more? And don't forget to share the video around, tell your friends. Whenever you're watching this, I hope you have a good rest of your day and an even better tomorrow. I love you. And before you say it back, look in the mirror and say it to yourself. And I will see you in the next episode of whatever I make. And until next time, this has been the Hotbox. Bye!